I ain't come there to hear all of that.
I was just watching it and it blew my mind.
Talk to me about that.
I know what that. I understand hard times and I understand good times. And, you know, in life, they have to come. You're gonna have to deal with both of them because that's what life consists of: good times and bad times.
And he told me, I'm not gonna say who it is. But he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Like, you know, Floyd's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. You know, he had 50 fights and he said, so don't tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50 and 0, nigga. You're great, no doubt about it, nigga. 50 and 0.
Excited about you and Floyd. Is that still happening or is that?
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. You think I give that up? I was minding my business. He challenged me.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing an extra large. It looks like I'm wearing large now.
Looking good, man. Still looking good.
In a broadcast interview alongside Stephen A. Smith, Mike Tyson spoke without holding back. He openly condemned Floyd Mayweather Jr., expressing his criticism with the straightforward intensity typical of an ex-heavyweight title holder.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like, you was a movie star. You was a hero.
Mike Tyson portrayed Floyd Mayweather Jr. as egotistical, overly self-focused, and seriously disconnected from real life, implying that the extravagant money showcases serve more as showmanship than genuine signs of security.
We've been friends since 2002. There was a point where I'm looking at things and I'm going, yo, we kind of got the wrong messaging point. Because we're saying we got all the money in the world, we're gonna burn it, we're gonna get it again, so what? When you said change it, he goes, nah, you do that, Fa. He said something to me one time, very simple. He said, what a prize fighter fight for? And I'm like, and he said, the prize. Don't nobody watch Floyd fight to see how amazing he is. They watch it for the opportunity to see him lose.
Right.
Because they don't like him.
The arena have just shown Floyd Mayweather and they begin to boo immediately.
They don't like him because everything he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no, like the people's champ, like Ali was standing for the same things.
Right.
The audience was standing for. You know, he doesn't have any of that. It's just money.
I'll take 30 watches with me.
He asserted that winning fights does not pardon a lack of modesty outside the arena, and that non-stop displays of wealth weaken a legacy faster than any challenger ever could. When Mike Tyson remarked that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was hurting his own reputation, the statement hit with punch-like impact, blunt, exposed, and hard to dismiss.
I think as much money as you think fighting
Floyd. Did you get paid from that?
He still owes me $1.5 million. Maybe more.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that put on the fight. That is the company that paid me. But he sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company paid him that money, is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment. I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. Sold for 6.6.
When he said he would knock Floyd out, the statement struck more like a brutal body blow than ordinary trash talk. It felt not simply like a threat, but a firm reminder that respect is gained by the way someone conducts themselves once the cameras stop. Spectators reacted as if a massive blast had gone off in a silent hall, stunned, expressive, and immediately split. Whether people agreed or not, his words sliced through the surrounding noise. Humility still holds value, and unchecked pride can make even the most famous names seem diminished. In the end, Mike Tyson framed it like a final strike. You may win matches, yet still lose the narrative that follows and the respect of the public.
Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Money's just flowing. Even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made more money than any boxer ever. There's all these lawsuits. He hasn't been paying things. He owes money on this and owes money on that. And then he's got to come out of retirement.
It's just the lifestyle that Floyd lives. It's like he got to be lavish. So that he got $1 million in his backpack. He got the latest watch and the latest car.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, boy, that money goes quick. Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. So you buy a watch and a car.
That larger-than-life tension between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. shifted unexpectedly. The clash of strength versus precision and legend versus ring intelligence suddenly turned elsewhere when Dwayne Wade laughed while discussing Floyd's money rumors. I realized the focus had abruptly moved from fight strategy to financial speculation.
The third fight of the year for a Floyd Mayweather that is clearly going broke, and it's not just and if you guys didn't see the video I did talking about Floyd coming back to fight Mike, this is not me sensationalizing. This is the truth. There is no speculation, but I told you guys, Floyd owes a lot of people a lot of money, and he don't have it. Logan Paul also discussed this, and this is probably the best screenshot I could have gotten on this video. My God, his ramen noodle hair is flying in the wind, and there's no wind in that place. But Logan dropped some knowledge that Floyd is still scamming him for their 2021 fight. We're going to go through it.
Wade admits he can barely discuss the topic without laughing, then points out Floyd scheduling multiple fights in a single year. Exhibitions, crossover bouts, even the Tyson event. His tone suggests something smells like urgent cash flow. Not claiming Floyd's broke, but Wade references Logan Paul's unpaid claims, a chaotic rumor that lingers regardless of its truth, highlighting the messy side of high-profile fight money and public perception.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12, 10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8. Sold for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
Just the cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Wow, he got rinsed.
Yeah. It was huge.
Who would win in a fight?
And yeah, that's another piece of like what Floyd has done with his money after his fight.
When Wade repeatedly points out Floyd lining up fight after fight despite claiming retirement, the debate heats up. Is it passion for boxing or chasing pay-per-view revenue? Floyd perfected self-promotion, and Wade highlights that legacy, the Money Mayweather strategy that transformed boxing promotion into a spectacle, blending skill, marketing, and showmanship.
When I see people get upset at me on Twitter talking about, oh, watch your own pockets, you ain't ever made as much money as Floyd has. I know that, dude. I'm not saying that Floyd is as broke as one of the freaking tweakers on 6th Street Bridge in Los Angeles, dude. That's not what I'm saying. But for the amount of money that he has made, over $1.2 billion, and the amount of money that he still has, let's say it is $300 million. That means Floyd has lost 70% of the money.
The conversation turns to Floyd's lavish spending, jets, mansions, and various businesses, shifting the focus from his in-ring achievements to his financial sustainability. Ironically, even critics who claim he chases big paydays can't resist tuning in whenever his name headlines a fight. Wade questions his motives, fans argue over money, analysts raise doubts, yet the moment Floyd Mayweather Jr. steps back into the ring, curiosity, fascination, and attention always take control, proving the enduring power of his legend.
Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment, his private jet fuel. He's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a $54 million loan from an individual, from a billionaire that had 9% interest on the loan.
The entire Wade discussion about Floyd chasing paydays had rumors swirling, but then DJ Vlad jumps in like someone, overhearing gossip at a jewelry store, and the story escalates. Vlad claims an old jeweler mentioned Mayweather is broke due to his spending habits. At that moment, I pause. In boxing, we've encountered this claim countless times before, making the rumor feel familiar yet instantly headline-worthy.
I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties.
With enormous earnings and a lavish lifestyle, everyone suddenly plays financial sleuth. Vlad admits he doesn't know if it's true, which matters because rumors about fighters' money travel faster than a Ryan Garcia punch on social media. Yet, hearing about private jets, non-stop spending, luxury properties, diamonds, and Floyd's 2-decade Money Mayweather persona, it's clear why people jump to assumptions.
Money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying like the jewelry district building.
Yeah,
and they said that wasn't true.
Was yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finance, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the part about actually losing your money when you're on that level, when you're, kind of like flossing showing.
Floyd's brand was built on extravagance, cash, luxury, and the undefeated money persona. Even the smallest hint of trouble makes critics act like the floodgates opened. Yet, while Vlad's story circulates, Floyd has been selling spectacle longer than most fans have followed boxing. So when he schedules exhibitions, lines up fights, travels privately, or stays in the spotlight, it's all part of the show he's mastered for decades.
We might see Mayweather doing...
People go.
Maybe.
Listen, he's coasting up to Israel. That's
but
not
the thing
accident.
about it is, he had Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah.
And he was hosting a big, he had Gervonta Davis under his cards. And so that's a
yeah, but look what happened to Gervonta.
Some say Floyd is chasing cash, while others view it as part of his ongoing business strategy. Two ways to interpret the same behavior. Vlad highlights a harsh reality. Extravagant living almost guarantees public scrutiny, a brutal aspect of celebrity culture. Yet whenever his name headlines a fight, people still click, watch, and debate. That's the Mayweather paradox. A magnet for rumors, a business genius, a lightning rod for criticism, and always at the center of attention.
If you can sustain that, you don't ever have to box again. But now he has to take fights because, when you floss like Mayweather, you can't go down.
Yeah.
You got to stay right there because people are going to beat any kind of chinks in your armor if you're not winning 3 or 4 big $1 million diamond shoes.
The DJ Vlad chatter about Floyd's extravagant spending barely dies down when Simon Jordan steps in, shifting the focus from gossip to hard business logic. He dismisses the idea of a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch, noting little sporting excitement remains. Understandable, as these fighters were already considered past their prime in 2015 and are now close to 50. Yet the conversation endures. Simon treats it like a streaming strategy session, analyzing subscriber growth, viewer lifetime value, and revenue potential. What seems ridiculous to boxing purists suddenly looks brilliant through a business lens, turning spectacle into strategy and sport into calculated profit.
For instance, Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, they fought too late in 2015 when they were 36 and 37 respectively, I think.
They're 47 and 48 now.
Yeah. So it is some would say a cynical land grab, a financial opportunity. But if people are prepared to pay it, and Netflix are prepared to put it on, and people want to watch it on their Netflix subscription, and people want to subscribe to it, no harm, no foul.
Well, the thing is as well is that Netflix actually obviously clearly are starting to move into the sporting arena.
That's when my mind really clicks, because Simon Jordan quietly lays out a harsh truth. Today, elite boxing, crossover matches, and full-scale spectacle events all coexist. You have the serious championship bouts, the half-serious grudge fights, and nostalgia-driven mega events that feel more like blockbuster movies than traditional matches. Simon points out that whether we think a matchup is too late doesn't matter. If millions tune in, pure sporting debate loses to raw viewership every time. While I agree that the competitive edge diminished years ago, it's funny. Boxing fans will complain endlessly, yet still press play the moment these legends step back into the ring, proving spectacle consistently trumps criticism.
The Netflix of the world showing product, whether we think it's a good product or not, whether we think watching two 50-year-old men, nigh on 50-year-old men, having a dance that was 10 years too late when they were in their prime and is now 20 years too late.
But our view is irrelevant, isn't it? Because the data obviously says it's going to be successful. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing it.
Well, Netflix are not doing it for the good of sports. They're doing it because they've got 300 million subscribers, and they can keep those subscribers by adding content in there. They can get new ones, and it's a business model. It works. The boxers get more money out of it. What I'd like to see is the ecosystem getting more money out of these sort of.
Zooming out from all the chaos, Tyson throwing verbal uppercuts about humility, Wade highlighting non-stop exhibitions, Vlad spreading financial rumors, and Simon Jordan calmly breaking down the cold economics of streaming. It's clear this isn't just about one fight. It's a reflection of what boxing has become. On one side is legacy and pride, with Tyson insisting true greatness commands respect outside the ring. On the other, Floyd has built a spectacle empire, turning attention into revenue, and the strategy works, whether fans praise or criticize it. Then Simon steps in as the voice of business reality, reminding everyone that boxing is entertainment, and if the numbers add up, the fights continue. It's old school honor versus modern spectacle, nostalgia versus algorithms, sports purity versus the business of eyeballs. Every rumor, debate, and critique fuels the machine, as headlines, clips, and reactions keep the focus on Tyson and Mayweather, legends who still pull the weight of boxing's gravity decades later.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No. Not really, I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back.
I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on all of this. Are these moves just savvy business in today's entertainment-driven boxing world? Or are we seeing legends put their legacies on the line for the sake of showmanship? Share your opinion in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Catch you in the next video.